You think you know me?
So welcome back to my new video, friends. I am Harsh and you are watching Pro Wrestling Predictor. So now in this video you will see my preview and predictions for next week's episode of Monday Night Raw. So it is going to be an exciting video. Please watch till the end, and if you are new to our channel, do subscribe and also click that bell icon to get notifications whenever I will upload new videos. So let's start. WWE has officially confirmed that the Hurt Business will defend their Raw Tag Team titles against the New Day on this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. And my prediction here, I think the Hurt Business will retain their titles. 2 weeks ago, we saw Damien defeated Elias in a singles match. So I think on this week's edition of Raw, we will see a singles match between Damien and Jackson Riker. Well, if this match happens, Damien will win this match. And I think after the match, The Miz and John Morrison will confront Bad Bunny and Damien Last week we saw a backstage segment between Charlotte Flair, Mandy and Dana Brooke. So I think on this week's edition of Raw, we will see a singles match between Charlotte Flair and Mandy Well, if this match happens, I think Charlotte Flair will win this match, and WWE is also teasing the debut of Rhea Ripley. So I think on this week's edition of Raw, Rhea Ripley might come to confront Charlotte Flair. Last week we saw a boring segment between Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon, where Shane McMahon called Braun Strowman stupid. So I think on this week's edition of Raw, we will see another segment where Shane McMahon will outsmart Braun Strowman, and I think he might attack him to build their rivalry for WrestleMania. WWE has officially confirmed that the United States champion Riddle will be defending his title against Mustafa Ali in this week's edition of Raw. As for the result, I don't think a title change will happen here, so my prediction goes with Riddle retaining his title. In last week's main event, we saw AJ Styles defeated Randy Orton with a distraction from Alexa Bliss. So I think this is the right time to book a match between Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss for the Fastlane pay-per-view and to set up the return for The Fiend. So I think on this week's edition of Raw, Randy Orton might challenge Alexa Bliss. In last week's main event, we saw AJ Styles defeated Randy Orton successfully in a singles match, but he still don't have any clear direction for WrestleMania. So I think on this week's edition of Raw, he might call out Triple H or someone from the past, or he can simply wrestle in a match against Ricochet or Jeff Hardy where he will win. Last week we saw a great no DQ match between Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, and the match ended in no contest as both of them were unable to continue. So I think on this week's edition of Raw, WWE will make the Fastlane match between these two official, and I think that match will be a last man standing match, and I think we might see a segment between Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley and Sheamus, where Adam Pearce will announce that Drew McIntyre and Sheamus will battle in a last man standing match, and the winner will face the Almighty at WrestleMania. So that's it. These are my preview and predictions for next week's edition of Raw. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you all in my next video. Until then, goodbye.